All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to a brand new explainer. Today, we're taking something that is literally everywhere right now, artificial intelligence, and we're going to transform all that complex, high-level theory into a practical, layered blueprint for your actual enterprise. We're looking at exactly how to build an enterprise agent stack using Spring AI. So if you've ever wondered how to move past those basic chatbot interactions and build, sophisticated agents that actually manage workflows, remember past conversations, and execute tasks across your business systems, well, you are in exactly the right place.
But before we start building, we really need to draw a hard line in the sand. Look, we all know toy AI demos are fun. You type a prompt, it writes a poem about your cat. It's cool, right? But it's also often unreliable, unsecure, and just entirely static. In the enterprise world, our AI absolutely must be secure, highly observable, deeply grounded in your specific corporate data, and above all else, actionable. We aren't building party tricks here. We're building reliable digital employees.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1, the Enterprise AI Challenge, 2, Foundation and Multi-LLM, 3, Grounding with RAG, 4, Memory and Context, 5, Taking Action via Tools, and finally 6, the Complete Enterprise Stack.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the Enterprise AI Challenge.
Now, the absolute crucial point here is looking at those 4 core capabilities: plan, reason, retrieve, and take action. To actually deliver real business outcomes, your agents can't just be text generators. They have to analyze a request, reason through the logical steps to solve it, retrieve the necessary data, maybe from a vector database or one of your internal APIs, and then safely execute that action right within your enterprise systems. And Spring AI? Well, it provides the exact infrastructure layer designed specifically for the Java ecosystem to make this kind of multi-agent scalable architecture a reality.
Moving right along to Section 2, Foundation and Multi-LLM Support.
So here is a massive pain point in enterprise AI right now. Literally everyone is asking, how do you avoid LLM vendor lock-in? Relying on just a single provider is incredibly risky for an enterprise. I mean, what happens when their API costs suddenly spike? Or they suffer a huge outage? Or maybe a competitor drops a vastly superior model overnight? You absolutely need agility.
And honestly, Spring AI completely solves that problem. Right in the middle there, you've got the Spring AI LLM abstraction layer. This is where the magic happens. It gives you a unified API, meaning you write your application code exactly once. Then, beneath that abstraction layer, you can just seamlessly plug in OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Vertex, Meta, or even self-hosted local models like Llama. You can literally switch providers without rewriting a single line of your core business logic. It makes your whole architecture provider agnostic, incredibly resilient, and for sure, future ready.
But hey, it's not just about having a backup plan, it's really about optimization. Because of that abstraction layer, you can deploy smart routing strategies. Think about it. This means you can actively route those complex general conversations to the highest quality, most expensive model, like a GPT-4o. But then you dynamically route quick, low-cost tasks or simple code generation to a faster, cost-optimized model. You're getting the absolute best model for every single use case, maximizing your performance while keeping a really tight leash on your budget.
All right, Section 3, Grounding AI with RAG.
So, with our foundation poured, we need to give our AI a brain filled with your actual data. We achieve this grounding through RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. Before we get into the complex architecture, just remember this simple 2-step dance. First, you have the offline ingestion pipeline. That's where we load up your internal PDFs, documentation, databases, split them into manageable chunks, embed them, and store them. Second is the online RAG flow, where we actively retrieve that stored data and augment the user's prompt with it right before generating an answer. Let's see how this builds out. Imagine a user asking, "What are the refund policies for enterprise customers?" Instead of the AI just taking a wild guess or hallucinating an answer, Spring AI takes that query, creates an embedding, and performs a vector similarity search straight against your trusted enterprise database. It grabs the topmost relevant chunks, which is your exact up-to-date corporate policy. Then it augments the user's query with this factual data and feeds the whole package to the LLM. The final response you get is perfectly grounded, totally accurate, and completely eliminates hallucinations. Basically, this is exactly how you make AI trustworthy for enterprise use. Next up, Section 4, Memory and Context Management. An agent that forgets what you just said 5 seconds ago is super frustrating, right? Well, here's how a Spring AI agent manages that conversational context.
Sitting right between the application and the agent, you'll find the Memory and Context Manager. And Spring AI actually provides a pluggable memory store. So depending on what you need, you can drop in memory for simple tasks, Redis for distributed memory across a cluster, Postgres for persistent relational storage, or even a vector DB for long-term context. This ensures that as a user navigates a multi-step conversation, say narrowing down laptop specs over 5 or 6 messages, the agent remembers, understands, and personalizes every single response.
And a really crucial takeaway here, this isn't just about saving basic chat logs. Look at what's actually getting stored. A robust enterprise agent stores user preferences. It actively tracks ongoing tasks and state, and it summarizes past interactions so you can reduce token usage and save on costs. Even better, it gives you granular control. You can enforce your data privacy policies by encrypting sensitive info, setting strict retention policies, and even letting users clear their own memory. It is incredibly powerful but entirely under your control.
All right, moving to Section 5, taking action via tools. So far, we've built an AI that can think, it knows your private data, and it can remember a conversation. But honestly, what good is an AI if it can't actually do anything in your internal systems? We need to give our agent some hands. Imagine a user typing this exact prompt. What's the status of my order ORD123 and create a ticket if it's delayed? A standard chatbot, it would just apologize and tell the user to call an 800 number. It completely lacks the ability to execute on the request.
But Spring AI enables the agent to take real, tangible action through tool calling. Watch what the AI agent does here. First, it uses model reasoning to truly understand the request. Then it dynamically decides to invoke a tool, reaching out via a REST API to a service called order status. It observes the result. Hey, it realizes the order is indeed delayed by 2 days. Because the user specifically asked to create a ticket if it was delayed, the AI then actively invokes a second tool, Create Ticket, talking directly to your backend microservices. The final response to the user isn't just an answer, it's a confirmation that their problem was just solved, instantly. Talk about a real game changer. This transforms your app from a basic conversational interface into a literal actionable automation powerhouse.
Finally, Section 6, the complete enterprise stack. Okay, let's take a step back for a second and just look at this magnificent skyscraper we've just constructed layer by layer. This right here is your complete blueprint for an enterprise agent stack built with Spring AI. It's modular, it's secure, and it's highly scalable. Starting all the way at the bottom, you have your foundation layer managing the runtime, the LLMs, and telemetry. Just above that, your integrations and tools layer, connecting the agent to your APIs, your CRM, databases. Next up is knowledge and memory. That's your vector stores and conversation history. Then the capabilities layer, where the tool calling, reasoning, and search happen. And crowning the whole shebang is the agent orchestration layer, where multi-agent collaboration, complex workflows, and those absolutely crucial safety guardrails manage the user experience across web, mobile, and chat. So the really crucial point to remember as we wrap this up is this. By utilizing the structured Spring ecosystem, you aren't just deploying some cool tech demo. You are directly driving vital business outcomes at enterprise scale. An architecture stack like this increases internal productivity, massively improves your customer experience by offering instant, actionable support, reduces operational costs, and above all, it ensures compliance and governance through deep observability and strict safety guardrails. We have gone all the way from the base foundational layers of multi-LLM support, straight up to complex agent orchestration and tool calling. The tools, the memory architectures, the robust Java foundation, it is all right there waiting for your specific enterprise use case. So as you look at your own business challenges today, the only question left really is,